This is PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you PlayerProps.ai. This for winners research. We run it up with every betting tool you know in each perk. Travis tested waters, help you swim even the feet first. Now strategies and all you need to help you eat.
Hey guys, it's me, Travis, with PlayerProps.ai, and this is what we're targeting for Sunday Night Football. So Sunday Night Football, we have, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Houston Texans. Before we hop into what the AI and the app is telling us to do, just a quick reminder that if you listen to every word that came out of my mouth for the Wednesday NBA Play of the Day episode, well, you finished with more money than what you started. We hit our under 20.5 points. Now, for Benedict, so there already is a Thursday night video available for, I'm recording this on Thursday, so if you haven't watched that yet and you're watching this on Thursday and it hasn't happened, go watch that episode. But this, of course, is for Sunday Night Football. We are going to be having a Sunday live stream. We didn't last week because I was visiting the in-laws in Tennessee for the holiday weekend. But 11 a.m. Make sure if you haven't marked your calendar or set an alarm for it, 11 a.m. Eastern time, you want to be on this YouTube channel. There is a live stream happening, and it's where everybody tunes in and they drop their single favorite NFL bet, whether it's a prop or a team bet, and then we kind of build all of these two-pick parlays together because the whole concept of the show is called Two for the Money. We focus on two picks, like a two-pick passing touchdown prop, a two-pick receiving yards prop, whatever it may be. So you definitely don't want to miss that 11 a.m. Eastern time on this YouTube channel. If you already have subscribed to this channel like you should have been, and you already have your notifications turned on, then it's already going to notify you. But if you haven't done that yet, do it. And then also double up by setting an alarm on your phone. If you are trying to win more money in sports betting and then lose, it's pretty easy. You may think it's difficult. People may tell you it's hard. All you have to do is follow the guidelines. If you follow all the words that come out of my mouth, you will guaranteed to lose less often. First step, getting this app on your phone. Second step, joining the gosh dang Discord. There's no excuses. You have zero excuses. I don't care if you are 99 years old and you're like, technology, no excuses. It's 2025. No matter how old or how young you are, you can download a free-to-download app, PlayerProps.ai app. You can download another free-to-download app called Discord. Create a Discord account. Get in our Discord. Connect your account up with the channels, and bada bing, bada boom. You're already doing more than 99% of sports bettors out there in the U.S. So, if you want to be ahead of the game, just do the free crap. Do it. Let's see what we have going on for today, or for Sunday Night Football anyway. So, if you've been living under a rock for the last week and a half. We launched version 3.0, so if you're like, this app looks a trillion times sexier than it did before, you're right. Version 3.0 dropped. We did a very massive facelift to the entire user interface, but we also added this little sexy guy up here. This is called Bet Score. This is available for every single prediction tool we have. For the player prop predictor, for the money line predictor, the spread predictor, the total predictor, the team total predictor, the game total predictor, it all has a Bet Score. The Bet Score is a 1 to 100 ranking that bakes in all of the stuff that I've taught you for the last 24 months on this YouTube channel into a value. However, because this is so brand new, I've been telling you on every single episode and screaming from the mountaintops inside of Discord, do not put too much weight into this just yet. It is still a learning process. It's getting better. It's learning. It's enhancing. You can look at it, but you should not be solely betting on something because it has a green or purple higher than average number. Don't put too much weight to it. So when you lose, and you're like, oh man, this bet score sucks, we're just going to come back to this clip, and I'm going to spam email you this clip and blast it to your DMs in Discord. You see that time when Travis said, don't put too much weight into it, and you did, and it didn't work out for you? Probably should start listening to the words that come out of his mouth. But on the opposite side, there are people that are saying they have a lot of success with it. So it's not that it's completely garbage. I didn't design it to be. It is useful, but the person who created all of this, am recommending do not put that much weight into it just yet. So we start on receiving yards as we always do, and what I like to do, the super first millisecond of scrolling on on Player Prop Predictor for individual games, like the Sunday Night Football one we have here, is I like to quickly scroll through and try to find 2 players from both teams. So regardless of anything else, I like to see this because it shows me in a very small screenshot of what these pass defenses look like. Houston is one of the best pass defenses in the NFL this season. They've been a little bit more sloppy over the last 3. Went from 29th overall this season to 18th in the last 3. Kansas City, another pretty decent, semi-elite pass defense, but they have allowed a ton of passing yards in the last 3. Without even looking at the team tool predictions, I can already assume that Kansas City is favored in this game just by understanding NFL football and how things work. So, without me checking the team tools, I already know that Kansas City is favored. If Kansas City is favored, and they are actually winning in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen, what is the Houston Texans? What are they doing in the fourth quarter if Kansas City is winning this game? Anybody? Bueller? Yes, that's correct. They are passing the ball. That is what we look for when you decide what you want to do in any sport, any league. If you don't have a game script in your brain when you're making a decision on wagering your hard-earned money on something, it's not going to work out for you most of the time. You have to have this full vision. What is going to happen in this game from an outside full view, and how do we attack individual bets or props within that view? So, in this grand scheme of things, Kansas City's going to win this game. They definitely don't want to not make the playoffs. They don't have an amazing record, so they're going to probably do what they can at home on national spotlight to win this game. So, again, that's our game script. Kansas City's going to win this game. Even if it's by a little or by a lot, doesn't matter. What we do know is that if they're going to win this game, Houston Texans are going to pass in the fourth quarter. So we have that nugget. And then we plug in the other nugget, the golden nugget. Not necessarily a golden goose, but a golden nugget. Houston is versing a pass defense that has allowed the 5th most total passing yards in the last 3 games. That makes me want to look at Houston Texans receiving options. So the first thing I want to do is fade baby lines. So let's just put this at 33. And I'm looking for players on Houston. So for trifecta, and for most of the receiving yard shows that we do, we target 40 and higher. But when it's a single game, chances are you're not going to find too many people at 40 or higher. Jaden Higgins. His line is just a few yards shy of that 40 minimum that we look for. His projection is just, 3 yards higher. It's not really too much sexiness happening there. Jaden Higgins, Schultz, 3 yards higher. So it looks like, hold on, I wouldn't say that yet. So yeah, all of the main receiving options, Higgins, Schultz, Nico, they're all favored to go over their line, which goes with the game script of what we're saying. Kansas City's winning this game. Houston's passing in the end of the fourth quarter. They're passing throughout the entire game, but definitely at the end of the fourth quarter. They're not going to run the clock out if they're losing. All 3 players have a positive difference. In other words, the projection is higher than the line. Okay, but it's like 3 yards here, 3 yards here, 4 yards here. The problem is, I don't think that's enough. It's not enough for us to worry about it. Let's see if we can find... He's definitely got a lot of tension. He's hit this every single game in the last 4. He's getting more integrated. I believe he's a rookie, Jaden Higgins. He's getting more integrated with the passing offense, or just passing the offense in general. 65 last game. For everyone that has a super small projection out of those 3 Houston receivers, I'm more interested in him hitting his line because I know that he's been a bigger part of this offense. So I think what I want to do first is let's go ahead and shop his line and see if we can find better than 34.5. So we're going to go to Sunday Night Football. Can we find better? Is it 30? 34.5? We can. Hold the phone. So we were looking at 34.5, right? And his projection's like at 37. We can get him as low as 30.5 on Fanatics, and he's even... There was one that was higher. And then Bet Rivers has 33.5. 30.5 I like. So Fanatics, so now let's go back to that guy. We're going to change the sportsbook to Fanatics, knowing that they have the best line for him. Hey, were we not looking at the right person? Wait a second. Hold on. What am I missing here? Didn't we just see him? So maybe, I don't know if their line's getting updated, and that's why he's not showing when we highlight Fanatics. This we go. Yeah, Jaden Higgins. 30.4 on Fanatics. 30.5. So that is what we're looking at, I think, yeah, for this game. So we can look at other things like... I'll look, before we officially lock it in, I'll look at passing yards because we're already kind of having that concept that we're looking at. Let me reset this here. That's crazy. CJ Stroud's projection is literally identical to his passing yards line. 225.5, and then this 0.49 rounds up to 225.5. So there's no edge there whatsoever on either side. So I think Higgins 30.5 is what we're targeting here. Yeah, and even if you look at like DraftKings, his line goes higher, which makes it less of a interesting play. I'll check rushing yards real quick. No, both teams are red in rushing yards. We're definitely not going to target rushing yards for any of these players here. Red. So yeah, Higgins 30.5 is what we're looking at here, ladies and gents. Again, I know sports betting involves a lot of numbers, a lot of stats. It could be overwhelming at times, but we make it as simple as possible. We take it from looking like it's rocket science or brain surgery, and we simplify it. All you have to do to have success is follow the words, listen to the words that come out of my mouth. You have to do the free stuff, all of the free stuff. You cannot cherry pick. You have to get the app on your phone. You have to subscribe to this YouTube channel that drops golden nuggets on a daily basis. You have to get into the Discord because you have zero excuses. Again, I don't care if you're a 99-year-old boomer. Get your gosh dang self into the Discord. Why? Not just because I want you in the Discord, which I definitely do, but you want to be in this Discord. There are over 19,000 members that are working together 24/7, 365. They're using the PlayerProps.ai app. They're taking a screenshot. Hey, what do you guys think about this? And they're going back and forth, and it's essentially they're all in the lab together doing a research project, all having a great time, sharing what they find on the app together, deciding what the best option is. And not only does that, like the peak, one of the main value or the biggest value add to you joining Discord, but it's also all of the guidelines that are stapled throughout the entire Discord community chat, where if you're like, okay, what are the guidelines we have to follow to have success in sports betting? Well, there's a channel for that. Okay, what is bankroll management? There's a channel for that. How do I instantly calculate what the sportsbook's implied chance of me hitting this parlay is? There's a channel for that. We have built a channel for everything. Not only are we one of the best Discords in terms of what we offer for sports betting, in terms of sports betting tools, bots, and all these other things we've built for you guys. But we are also the most welcoming and helpful betting Discord on the planet, and there's nobody even close. I've been in everybody's Discord. I've seen the toxicity. People make fun of people for asking questions. Guarantee, no matter how silly you think your question is, it's not going to be mocked in our Discord. People will answer it just like they do all the other questions. If you've been struggling and you need help, and you're not going to quit betting, quitting betting might be the best option for you, but if you're not going to quit betting, you might as well do it the right way. And that's what we teach you, how to bet the right way and how to make it where you're not depositing every single day. Because you're probably already depositing every single day, and you shouldn't be. So if you want to get better, it's pretty easy. You did the hard part. You found out about us. It's probably the hardest part. The easy part, just to listen. Now that you found out this exists, this PlayerProps.ai app, this YouTube channel, this Discord, now that you found out it exists, all you have to do is apply yourself, and the rest is cake. It's a cakewalk. Just apply yourself. We'll see you guys in the Discord. Good luck.